Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So, and my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. Uh, my name is Abdullah Mukadam. I'm the president of the Center for Technical Education, and this is our orientation. Now, let's just start this orientation on a very informal note, and let's think about what we are dealing with here. So, tech, innovation, and teaching through and beyond the existing curriculum. What we believe in is not just paying attention to the academics which are taught uh, on our campus, but moving beyond that, skilling up and skilling up in a sense in which is required in the outside world, in the corporate world, and it helps us nurture ourselves uh,
Yes.
apart from the normal academics that we study. So that is what is meant by through and beyond the existing curriculum. Let's move on. So let me give you a little bit of background on CT itself. So the Center for Technical Education was established in 2012 as an independent organization. It has now grown to become the largest technical organization of the BITS Pilani KK Birla Goa campus. Now, if you read our vision, it's a bit of a tongue twister. So it is to be an umbrella organization for educational expertise and assistance to cater to every individual and group having a thirst for learning and innovation, and to uplift the campus as a unified and fundamentally powerful center for technical synergy. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've written this is not a creative writing workshop. So our mission lies in our very name, the Center for Technical Education. We want to group all the technical clubs and organizations into one under one hood so that we can provide any assistance necessary for any skill which is needed to any student on our campus. So what do we do exactly? So our main focus has always been our main focus has always been courses. So to understand that, co- courses have always been our main focus. The courses have been technical. There was a time where we had taken a few courses which had some non-technical aspects to it, but this year we have stuck to only technical courses and workshops. Now that also ranges to academic assistance. So not only do we help students in skilling up, we also help them in their existing academics on the campus. Apart from holding these sessions, which are regular in nature, CT also hosts Tech Weekend. Now, the Tech Weekend is basically an event. Among other events, the Tech Weekend is an event. Uh, the Tech Weekend is an event which has a lot of hackathons and tech talks. Excuse me, is there a problem?
Can you mute your website? I think there's a reverb because of that.
Okay, let me just check. I don't have the stream on, so I haven't joined both. Is my voice echoing? Is my voice echoing? No, right?
Yes. It's fine now. It's fine. Yeah.
It's fine now. Uh, on the stream, is it echoing on the stream? Let's just get it checked before we move on. Yeah.
It's fine. We can
Okay.
move it.
Okay. So let's move on then. Uh, so let's continue. Let's talk about our collaborations. So we mainly believe in having collaborations with all the clubs and departments while organizing events and tech talks and all the other small events that we do. Even the tech weekend is a major collaboration with all the clubs and departments on campus. Okay. Along with all this, we also finance and provide required technical assistance on project ideas each semester. Now, for that, we have a separate project vertical, which is called TIP, the Technology Incubator Program, which has been made for this exact purpose for financing, either giving assistance to projects monetarily or in any other which way possible. Let me briefly explain courses to all of you. We are having 13 courses and 2 workshops in this session. Every course will be around 9 weeks long. It will start from 18th January. We will have demo classes from a period of 18th to 24th. And after that, the deregistration will not be allowed. So this will be explained to you in detail by Anshuman in the later part of this session. So I'm not going to talk much about it. Classes will be held online on Google Meet. The classes will be recorded for future reference purposes. So you don't have to worry about that. Registration will happen through the CT website. Again, the registration will be shown to you. A video will be shown to you as to how you have to register for any particular course or workshop of CT. Now, the basic thing about these courses is that our courses are introductory for the first part of the semester, for the first semester. So for your current session, the courses are introductory. After that, the next semester builds on this existing courses and we'll move on to advanced concepts. So the next semester courses will actually be somewhat related to at least one of the courses that we are having in this semester. The fees for the course. So we have a nominal fees of rupees 500, which are charged per course. Now you might be thinking, why are we even charging a nominal fee for the course? So there is a very good reason for it actually. What we have noticed is by keeping courses free, there is a sense of disinterest which develops in the students. So just to introduce that uh, dedication in the student, that by paying for a course I will actually pay attention to it, we have introduced a nominal fee. And all the money which we earn through these courses is again replenished, put back in other CT initiatives and in the instructor payments. The students will be awarded with a certificate upon successful completion of the respective courses. Now there are cases in which we exempt the entire fee. That is for the top 3 students of the course. Okay. Uh, yeah, and almost all clubs organize the lecture series under CTE courses. So that is how we collaborate with our technical clubs. Now, I would like to call Pranav Pateria, the Vice President of CTE. He will explain the initiatives in detail to you guys. Thank you. Handing over to Pranav.
Yeah. So is my screen visible? And am I audible? Hello?
Yes.
Just a second. Yeah.
Okay. So hello everyone. I'm Pranav, the Vice President of CT, and I'm so excited to present to you what we do. And yeah, so I'll start with CT Tech Weekend. So it basically is a series of competitions and other events which we host uh, over a weekend or over a week, and it is held in collaboration with a lot of technical clubs and departments, and as well as independent organizers. So this the speciality about this is it is open to all the Bitsians, and you get to compete with Bitsians from all 3 campuses. Pool currently is 25,000, and we are trying to increase it every semester. This is a great way for you to learn a new skill in a short amount of time and then implement it, as well as compete with your fellow mates and other bit scenes. This time we have decided to hold it in March. This is a tentative date and we'll announce the exact dates later. And do check out our previous year's website for a glimpse of the events which we conduct and the type of events which we conduct. We try to get as many events as possible so that the horizon for the events is very wide. The academic assistance program, uh, this already has started for this semester, and I am sure you might be aware of this. And the aim is to create a very informal environment between the mentors, who are seniors, second, third, fourth yearites, and the juniors, helping out in the doubts which they are facing in their academic courses. This is free and open to all. This semester, the sessions are happening over Google Meet, and in future, when the semester reopens and we get to see you all on campus, these sessions are held very informally in maybe some corridor or places around the campus. So right now we have mostly the first year courses, and we are planning to extend it to second year courses as well. Moving on to project funding, CT, TIP is Technology Incubator Program. We fund projects and we try to provide as much support to them as possible, logistics and other support as well. Last semester we funded worth 1,30,000. Last year we funded worth 1,30,000 uh, rupees of projects. The selection for projects is very rigorous with feedback from faculties as well as technical clubs and departments, heads and uh, people with the required expertise. This semester, which means this, yeah, the current semester has 3 TIP projects ongoing, which are in domains of Android application development, machine learning and Arduino, and web development. The mentors propose the like TIP works in this fashion. Mentors propose a project, they get selected, and then students apply to work on those projects. And the selected students get to work on those projects, and upon the successful completion of projects, students as well as the mentors get a certificate of completion, which is signed by our faculty head, Professor Bharat Deshpande. Coming on to tech forums, we envisioned a place where us Bitsians, people from Bitscoa, could come on to discuss about ideas, discuss about technical projects and stuff, and collaborate. Our aim is to create something like Stack Overflow plus Quora plus Reddit on campus, where uh, you can find answers to queries which have been asked by your seniors, your batchmates, and the people answering them would also be our own college students. Feel free to post and discuss anything uh, related to tech, non-core projects, software, or anything techy on our tech forums, and come be a part of an amazing and inquisitive community on campus. All the links in this presentation would be put up on our Discord server, so you don't need to worry about that. Collaborations. CT works mainly on collaborations. Apart from collaborations on courses, we collaborate to organize events and talks, and we also provide various logistics, monetary, and technical support to the various clubs and departments if they need. We are planning to create an efficient channels for further improvement on this, and yeah, feel free to approach us for any help or any of your instructors, which you would be introduced to in later part of this presentation. And yeah, so these are just some of the organizations and clubs and departments which we have collaborated with. Here are some interesting facts about us. We have been doing courses for over 3 years. We started in 2012, but CT which it is right now in the past 3 years only. We have given over 250,000 worth of funding, and we have collaborations with almost all the clubs and departments on campus. And yes, we also like to party and enjoy. So, which brings me to the next point. We are inducting. Do look out for our form and more information on our socials. uh, yeah, follow us on Instagram. We also have our Facebook page, and do join our Discord server, and invite you to tech forums to ask your questions and get them clarified. So I'll be handing over now to Anshuman Singh, who is our course head, to demonstrate the registration process and eventually the courses. Thank you.
Anshuman Singh, the courses head of CT, and I'll be giving you a demo of the website. The link to our website is
Hello, Anshuman.
bpgc-ct.org. So here on our homepage, you'll be presented with info about our organization, our initiatives, and what we do. Anshuman Singh, the courses head of CT, and I'll be giving you a demo of the website. The link to our website is bpgc-ct.org. So here on our homepage, you'll be presented with info about our organization, our initiatives, and what we do. Yeah, so and we have a FAQ section where we've answered all of the most frequently asked questions about courses and AAP. You can also check about the courses that we are offering in the catalog section and click on view to uh, see more details or check out the handout of the course. So now let's try to register for the course. So to register, you need to first register to the website. So for that, click sign in, and yeah, yeah, to you need to uh, you need to log in Google using your BETS ID. So yeah, once done, you'll be presented with the screen where you have to enter your BETS ID and phone number. Please ensure that you have entered those details Uh, hey guys, are you able to see my screen?
You can start presenting, Anshuman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm audible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Anshuman Singh, the courses head of CT, and I would be giving you a look of our website. So, our website link is bpgc-ct.org, and on our homepage, you can find out all our achievements and initiatives. Yes. Uh, we have also compiled most of the frequently asked questions about courses and AAP under the FAQ section. Where you can find the answers for, yeah, most of the questions. And in case if you have any question which isn't listed here, you can at any time contact anyone of the CTE team. Next, if you go to the catalog section, you will find all of the courses that would be introduced today. You can click view in any of them to see more about the course and download its handout. So now that we've seen the overview of the site, let's register to the site. So click sign in. And here, please log in using your BITS Google email. So for example, for me it's F2018. So using that, uh, yeah, since I'm already registered, if you're registering for the first time, you'll be asked to enter your phone number as well as your uh, BITS ID. So please ensure that you enter that correctly, as it would be useful in the later processes of registration. So once you've logged in, you'll be presented you'll be redirected to your dashboard, where you find all of your courses that you've registered. So to register for a course, go to catalog again, select a course. So in this case, let's register for aviation and aerodynamics. So I click view course, then I click register, and yeah, read the terms and conditions carefully. And once I've done so, I click agree, and now that course comes in my dashboard. Now if I click on view course, here I would be given all the details about the course and any material which the instructor uploads throughout the course. So this was the registration process. If you want to deregister from a particular course, you have to contact the contact in charge of the course or the CTE team, and the deregistration is allowed only till 25th of January, which is before like just after the demo classes. So yeah, so now before we move on to the course presentations, I would like to mention a few points about the courses. So the course registration can only be done via the CTE website, and the classes would be starting from 18th of January, which is this Monday, and there would be demo classes from 18th to 24th of January. Now, during this period, the link for the courses will be available on the CTE course website page, basically here for, and we will also be sending the link through mail to the registered students. So now let's move on to the courses. So the first course is Introduction to Android Development.
Hi, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So hi guys, this is Arjun Bajpayee from DevSoc, and I'll be the instructor in charge of the course Introduction to Android Development using Kotlin. Um, so uh, whenever you use your phone or whenever you're using, say, any app on your phone, at times people wonder how these apps functions. Like, for example, how does WhatsApp work? How does Uber and Swiggy let you track your order and stuff like that? Like, there are countless apps on the App Store and the Play Store right now, and it is very intriguing, at least for some people, uh, how these work. So if you're one of them, and if you wonder that, okay, I'm using this app and maybe I want to know more about this and maybe build my own version of this app, then you have come to the right place. But why exactly should you go for Android development? I'm pretty sure most of you already know and have used Android devices, may it be a smartphone or a tablet, right? Android powers nearly 2 billion phones globally. That means uh, the entire market share of Android uh, is more than 50% of the entire smartphone market. Along with that, uh, this would basically increase your own understanding of how your apps work, right? And even in India, there is a huge demand for Android developers. Uh, okay, so you should learn Android development. That is a point. But why take this course? This we're recommending you to take this course because first of all, we'll be discussing and we'll be uh, targeting a language called Kotlin. This language was developed and is supported by Google itself. So you can have very seamless interaction between your code and what the viewer sees and what the user uses. Our courses will also be discussing basic backend interaction, which will which will let you use your app uh, with correspondence to databases like Firebase and even other APIs. We'll also conduct lectures on Git and version control systems, which are which is basically what the entire technology tech industry is based upon. So finally, this course will be taken by two of us, me being Arjun Bajpayee and my mentor Aditya. We have been taking this course for uh, I have taken this course personally for 3 times, so I can say I have some experience in Android development right now, and so has Aditya. So we hope you uh, enjoy this course and do register for it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Arjun. The next course is Introduction to Web Development.
Hey, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Hey everyone, I am Arpit Bhardwaj and I'm going to be the instructor of the CTE course called Introduction to Web Development using Stack. So before talking about the course itself, let's first look at what web dev is and why you should be learning web dev. So from my experience, web development gives you the opportunity to express yourself creatively on the internet. So while developing anything over the web, you will not only use your logical part but also the creative part of your brain. So if you have an idea you like to try yourself, you must try web dev once at least. Web dev is a very fun and creative experience. You already have a great audience of millions and millions over the internet ready to try out whatever you build. Also, JavaScript, which is the language the internet browsers understand, has gained immense popularity over the past few years and has diverged into many fields, not just web development. So, Jeff Atwood, a software developer in 2007, said that any application that can be written in JavaScript will eventually be written in JavaScript. So this shows how powerful JavaScript could be, and let's talk about the course itself and what we will be teaching you in the course. So the objective of this course is to teach the students the core concepts of not only front end but also back end web development. We will be using MERN stack, which stands for MongoDB, Express.js, React.js, and Node.js, which is an industry standard tech stack and is used by many startups as well as big companies. Students will be made familiar with basic web structures using HTML and CSS, and we will then dive into in-depth knowledge of JavaScript. Okay, so the course plan, uh, over the span of 9 weeks, which is the duration of this course, we will be dividing this 9 weeks into 9 different modules. Each module will teach you a different topic. We'll start with Git and GitHub. We'll teach you the basics of Git, and then we will also help you setting up your VS Code for a robust web development environment. After that, we will uh, dive into HTML and CSS, which are basically the fundamental of front end web development. We'll also be teaching Tailwind CSS, which is a CSS framework. From the third week, we will dive into JavaScript and DOM manipulation. We will cover the basics of JavaScript and will teach you how you can use JavaScript to manipulate DOM and achieve anything you want on the web page. So after that, we will try to explore the backend area, and we will learn the theory of request response cycle, and we'll start with Node.js. Node.js is a JavaScript runtime environment which lets you create servers and backends. Once we are done with Node.js, we will explore REST APIs. We'll learn what APIs actually are, how you can use them, and we will try to create APIs of our own using Express.js. Then we will explore a little bit about databases and DBMS in general. We will be using a NoSQL database called MongoDB, and we will learn what different kind of databases are good for. From the seventh week, we will dive into the advanced of front-end web development and learn React.js. Once we are done with both backend and front-end, in the eighth week, we will try to integrate everything we have learned and deploy the website on the internet using Heroku or any other deployment platform. Once you are done with that, the ninth week will be dedicated for a final project for the students, where they will basically accumulate whatever they have learned over the past 8 weeks and try to create something fun out of it. So you will learn a lot in this course. You will learn how to make beautiful web pages using HTML and CSS. You will learn how to write efficient APIs using Express.js. You will also learn the in and outs of a database management system using MongoDB. You will also be deploying your websites on the internet, creating your own websites from scratch. And you can also go into the field of freelancing as it is saturated with web development at this moment. Okay, so let's talk about us for a bit. So this course will be taken by the three of us. I, Arpit Bhardwaj, am the instructor of this course, and along with me, Kanishk Khandelwal and Vedant Bang will be the mentors. We all are from DevSoc and have a experience creating a lot of web apps so far, and I just hope that I will see all of you in the course. Thank you.
Thank you. Next course is Introduction to Graphic Design.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
All right, give me a second. So my screen should be visible.
Yes.
All right. Hello guys. My name is Jaskaran, and I will be the instructor for Introduction to Graphic Design. So let's get into it. Graphic design is a very vast. In 2021, it has a lot of applications.
be wondering why we're even talking of design in an engineering school. Why this course isn't taken in in a design school rather than an engineering school, and it's because design is everywhere. Even if you're not explicitly using principles of design, utilizing them in the presentations that you make, in the reports you write, in the so design is implicitly everywhere, and so it helps if you know some concepts behind it. 2021, everyone's moving towards good design, because of that, there is a high demand. So it it becomes a very good career option if you go into design. I'm not saying graphic design in specific, but design in general. And the principles of design are such that if you know the basics, you can convert into any field of design without a lot of inertia. And so graphic design is a very good entry point to the world of design, because you get to learn all of these concepts and you get to apply all of these. So in this course, I'll just give you a second to read through these. I'm not going to go through them in depth, but basically we're going to be covering all the principles of design, and then we're going to use all of those principles in softwares like Photoshop, InDesign, Figma, and Canva. These are all industry standards, and actual designers who work in design as their day jobs, they use all of these products. And so we're going to apply all of these principles to these applications and make sure that you're able to churn out good stuff out of these. Um, we promise that we are gonna have a lot of fun classes, a lot of fun assignments, and we're gonna help you throughout. But what we expect is practice. This is not one of those courses that you can just sit back in and watch the video and expect to learn something. You'll need a lot of practice. So you'll have to practice along with us, and you'll have to give us feedback, because we want the course to run in the pace that you want and not in the pace that we want. Okay, so this is what we expect from you to happen to join this course. We want you to practice, and we want you to give us consistent feedback. Now, this is a question which I would ask to myself as well. Why should you take this course from us instead of looking online and looking for resources online? And it's because of these three main things. Our course is very well structured. If you search for graphic design online, you'll find a lot of content, and most of that content is not structured. So we provide structure to you. We're available on the time. We're always a WhatsApp text or a call away, and we can help you, in your journey as you're going through this course. And we have experience. We've been designing for 3-4 years, the past 3-4 years, both Devapriya and I, who are the instructors for this course. And we can tell you incidents from our past, our design career, and tell you what tool we used where and how we used it. These are some of our examples. You can quickly glance over them. These are all things that Devapriya and I made over the past couple of years. There's all sorts of stuff. There's photographs, there's typography, there's graphics, everything. This is the instructors. Devapriya is a Photoshop expert. He's been designing for a long, long time. He also currently designs for the local train, which is a very big deal. On the right is me. I do freelance visual design, and I also do UI design. And we also have help from one of our ex-instructors from last year, Irish Mehta. He's not formally an instructor, but he will be there to guide us. The most important thing now, I'll take the last 30 seconds to say this, is that design is not art. Know how to draw. You do not need to know how to paint. You just need to know how to learn. Okay, if you know that, that is all that you need. We're not going to expect you to know art before. Everything that we teach, it will be independent of how good your drawing ability or painting ability is. So get that out of your head. If you don't know art, doesn't matter. Graphic design is a completely different thing. All right. So if this interests you at all, we'd like to invite you to the demo class. Be sure to attend it and then make up your mind. If you think we're worth it, do join the course. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we have Introduction to Robotics.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. I guess my screen should be visible now. Okay, so hello everyone. Hope you're doing well. So we, that is the ERC, will be conducting a course on introductory robotics this sem. This we've been conducting this course since ever since, to the best of my knowledge, ever since CT started conducting courses. So yeah, this is one of the longest running courses. Yeah, so what should you expect from this course? So we will be covering the basic concepts which are essential to get started in the field of robotics, along with some advanced ones. So as most of you might know, that robotics is a very interesting as well as a very rapidly advancing field. And with the advent of fields such as AI and its applications, it's going to be even more than important. Um, more important than ever. Another incentive that you might need to take this course is that we'll be inducting a selected few students that perform well in this course directly into the ERC. Yeah, so we'll walk through the course timeline, the lecture hours, and what can you expect to learn on the technical side from this course. So we'll be starting with introduction to electronics, the electronics necessary for robotics and in general, which will be covered in the first demo lecture, which will be on 18th. Then we'll move on to Arduino basics. Some of you might know Arduino as a development board, and it's a very tiny board capable of doing amazing things. Further, we'll be moving on to some basics of embedded systems and PCB designing. Introduce you to some integrated circuits and how to interface sensors with all these development boards. We'll cover the a small portion on mechanical design of robots and CAD designing, which will include software such as Fusion 360 and SolidWorks. um, Moving forward, we'll dive a little bit into the automation part of robotics, which will include concepts such as control theory and kinematics, and we'll then cover basics of Python and introduction to ROS, which is one of the most important tools in automation of robotics. And the last lecture will give you a brief overview of how artificial intelligence has been used to develop the field of robotics and what can you look further into the field of robotics. We'll be having mostly two lectures per week. In some cases, we might need to take an extra lecture, but that will be a very rare event. And each lecture will be approximately about 1.5 hours with an optional break of 5 minutes after, as and when required. Yeah, so from this course, once you're done with this course, you can expect yourself to be proficient in using things such as Arduino. Not just Arduino, any development board or any microcontroller which can be programmed using Arduino IDE, which is basically a coding interface. We'll also be covering software such as SolidWorks and Fusion 360. We'll be using Eagle for PCB designing and software such as MATLAB and Simulink. Again, we'll be covering control theory, which is one of the most important concepts in robotic control and kinematics. And so as an the overarching knowledge that you can expect to get from this course is you'll get a basic outlook of how the field of robotics looks like, in which direction it's moving forward, and yeah, what are the essential parts of it. So usually we cover the course using a lot of hands-on experience. We have physical Arduino boards when you're on campus, but unfortunately it won't be possible this time. So we'll be using the emulator called Tinkercad, which you just saw. Further, uh, when you get on campus, that which will most probably be the end of next semester for us, around maybe around April or May, you'll be having your final projects, which will be a hands-on project with another development board called ESP32, which will be providing. Yeah, so this is just a demonstration of how mechanical CAD designing looks like, and so yeah, you'll be learning all of this in the course. uh, Again, MATLAB and Simulink. Okay, so moving on to instructors and mentors. We are a team of four instructors. I am Vedant Shah, the teaching head of ERC. Other instructors include Mohit, Aditya, and Advait, all of whom are core members of ERC and third year students. We'll be having Ashutosh and Pranav as mentors. And yeah, this is the contact information. You can visit our site or look at check us out on all any social media, including Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, to read more about us. We also have a blog which we post articles written by the club members regularly. We have also developed, since many of you might be knowing, we've also developed a handbook, which is basically a guide for any beginner to get started in the field of robotics. Yep, see you at the lectures. Thank you.
Thank you. Next course is Training in Strategy, Consulting, and Leadership.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start presenting my screen.
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Ishan Sharma, and I'm the consulting director of BITS Goa Consulting Club. We have already offered this course in the summers, pan India wide, and we have trained about 400, more than 400 people in strategy consulting and leadership. And this time, in association with CTE, we have decided to offer it to the first years as well. So dwelling into the main question that comes into everyone's mind, that what is consulting? So I just picked this definition up from Google, but like with a minute tinkering about. Consulting is the profession of giving expert business advice to clients. And by doing this, the clients approach us, we give them advices, and this helps them solve their business problems and improve the operational capabilities of their firm, which in turn help them generate profits and therefore increase their overall stature of the company. The next question that comes into our mind is, how do you consult a client? So yeah, it's pretty complicated when you think about it. Like you're approached by a firm, and you have to solve a question which will obviously be very vague. There's no structure to it. That's where the role of a consultant comes into play, where he has to make sense out of a very vague problem statement given to him and create a solution out of the whole problem scenarios that are provided. So it's a very stepwise scenario which we also have listed here. First, we analyze the problem and the issue trees that are there and make an issue tree out of the problems so that we have a proper structure on what exactly the company is facing with. Data, and lots of data. This is a very important part of consulting, and we require tremendous amounts of data from the client, and we do our own analysis. We have a very specific analytics team called BGCC Analytics, which uses machine learning and automated systems to provide top-notch analytic services to clients. We use business frameworks, which is usually well-known business strategies, so that we can fit the problem into those frameworks, and finally present our solutions to the client, which are easy to understand and comprehensive, so that the client can take action on it. So a few things about our club, which is obviously BITS Goa Consulting Club. We started off about a year ago, and we are a student-run consulting firm that provides innovative, sustainable, and feasible strategic solutions to a wide array of clientele. We have worked with NGOs, big corporates, and government organizations on paid projects, and have provided an array of solutions to these clients, and have completed about more than 10 projects. We are one of the few clubs which are closely mentored by the IIM Lucknow Consult Club, and we have knowledge collaborations with the consulting clubs and business clubs of IIM Calcutta and IIM Ahmedabad. Apart from that, we have also partnerships with international colleges like HEC Paris and UC Berkeley. Some of the salient features of our club is that we provide unparalleled consultancy work experience to all of our members. As I spoke earlier, we have done more than 10 live projects with both Indian and international firms, earning a cumulative revenue of 1 lakh rupees in just 6 months. Another key perk of a club is the fact that our members are mentored by Boston Consulting Group and McKinsey consultants personally, which provide us with hands-on industry relevant training and experience, which is a very necessary skill in the market right now. Apart from that, our members are very talented. We have won numerous accolades in national and global case study competitions, as well as interned in top tier consulting firms like PwC and EY. So coming on to the program, we have divided this program into four weeks. This is a little bit shorter than the other programs, and but we have made it into a concise, very dynamic program. And these are some of the things that we'll be covering. We'll be covering basic consulting terminologies and strategies, some business analysis for ideas and frameworks, introduction to business analytics, effective presentation making, and we'll be in the end part we'll be solving actual case studies and working on your effective corporate communication skills. Coming on to the timeline of the program, before that, I would like to mention the fact that we are also inducting first year students only on the basis of individual performance in this course. So, and this course is absolutely free of cost. We are not the 500 rupees nominal fee is not here in this course. You can register it absolutely free of cost. So coming back to the timeline, we have structured this course into 3 milestones. By the end of week 1, you will be well versed in the concept of MISI, which is mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. We'll be training you in everything. You don't need to worry about the concepts or terminologies right now. Making issue trees, hypothesis-based approach, story formulation, etc., which are very important in the business, in the world of business and finance at the moment. By the end of week 3, the participant will be very well versed in business concepts, basic business concepts, as well as advanced business concepts, reading financial statements, basic financial terminologies, as well as financial terminologies, business models, how to fit a problem statement into these business models, advanced business frameworks, as well as effective presentation making, how to use the use the PowerPoint software or Prezi software to then maximum extent to develop very comprehensive presentations. Finally, at the end of this course, the participant will be very well versed in business analytics. We'll be teaching you Excel basics. We'll be teaching you data cleaning, manipulation, and how to work around with data, raw data for analytics works. We'll be teaching you advanced Excel operations and their uses in actual business scenarios. We'll be giving you case studies, and you'll be solving those. We will be covering various financial formulas, their applications, and we'll be asking you to make financial models. Finally, when the course is almost about to end, we'll be teaching you effective communication for businesses, as well as working with you personally on case study solving to build your overall comprehensive skills. And finally, I'm sure by the end of this course, you'll have a very good idea of what consulting is, and hopefully we'll be able to gauge your interest in this very dynamic and expanding growth of consulting and finance. Once again, we have already offered this course in the summers to more than 500 people. So, and we have refined it a lot. So we are pretty confident that you like this course. And thank you for listening. Looking forward to seeing you in the course. Thank you.
Thank you. Next course is Introduction to Aviation and Aerodynamics.
Confirm you can see the slides and hear me?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ishan Yogi. I'm a second year mechanical student, and I'm the sub-coordinator of the Aerodynamics Club in BPGC. I'm extremely excited to bring to you our very successful course, Introduction to Aviation and Aerodynamics. I will be acting as IC for this course alongside a dedicated team of second year interdisciplinary enthusiasts from the club. This is what our course is all about. Get high legally isn't like just not an adage that used in our club to get a laugh or two from time to time, but for years has represented the crucial balance between the work and fun, application and creativity parts of our club. This course is hoping to build that foundation on which you can stand and achieve that balance, for without one, the other has always been monotonous or disengaging. Well, that said, we will give you a taste of absolutely everything. That includes planes, helicopters, and everything under the umbrella of what can be called a drone. Our club has a rich history of building RC planes, and armed with some basics, you'll be able to build and fly one in absolutely no time. learn the rich diversity of fixed wing aircraft and how you can build your own ideas out of that. Helicopters and vertical flying aircraft have seemed to have a resurgence in the modern era, and will cover all that you need to know to make a basic rotorcraft fly. And once they do fly, make it perform tasks at the just at the push of a button with these basic skills of automating your drones. One guest lecture about an award-winning project by a senior should get you really pumped up with a lot of ideas. Civil and military aviation in our country and in the world has seen an exponential growth over the last few decades. Learn all about the growth, technologies, and challenges of flying aircraft today and tomorrow, be it for carrying people, cargo, or in defense of territory. Get an opportunity to even talk to a real air traffic controller. Learn about all the projects that our club is currently and has pursued in the past, while applying all of these concepts together. Finally, we become an air accident investigator as we give you the tools necessary to decipher evidence and solve a mystery for the end semester evaluative. My team and I really can't wait for you to sign up and join us on this amazing ride through all the wonders that are flying all around us. We have seen in our previous pre-induction interactive sessions that a lot of people are very concerned that if they will be joining our club or pursuing this particular hobby or interest, they really have no idea of what's going on and where to start. So that's why I'm saying this course is really an amazing place for you to start. You should definitely think about signing up. Once again, look out for Introduction to Aviation and Aerodynamics and sign up. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in class. Thank you so much.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Kaustubh, and along with me, along with three of us, we are going to take the course of Theory of Relativity. So we have prepared a short video about the theory of, about what we are going to teach in the course, and afterwards I'll talk about the handout of the course. So my friend Paurush will present the video. Paurush. Yeah.
Beginning with famous thought experiments and a few intuitive principles from Newtonian mechanics, this course closely follows Einstein's arguments, leading to the epiphany that time and space are a single entity, namely spacetime, where all the physical processes unfold. This then brings us to some crazy phenomena like black holes and gravitational lensing, which we've all heard about but might not understand how they work. Don't get us wrong, we in no means plan on teaching you the math-intensive and intimidating stuff, but just aim to give you an overview of things so that you have a fundamental understanding of these concepts and see through them. That's a joke, you'll understand if you take this course. But regardless, relativity has a lot to offer, and we won't be able to cover all fronts in this course. But we will try our best to give a foundation for you to explore on your own. In fact, after gaining experience with the mathematical machinery of relativistic physics, you will open the door to high-energy phenomena and Einstein's famous relationship E=mc². This course is not just about this. In fact, it's about connecting things, like electric and magnetic fields, which have similar equations, and you might have wondered what connects those equations together. That is relativity, which is not too surprising, considering that Maxwell's theory is what inspired Einstein to come up with a new theory of relativity. This is also not where the story ends, nor does this course. A lot more exciting concepts and theories await for those of you who decide to join us in this course, and will leave you with a basic mathematical understanding of how general relativity works, so that you can carry on with the journey of understanding cosmos and how the space-time bends around you as you walk in your day-to-day life.
So yeah. So I'll briefly go over through the handout of the entire course. I'll just present my screen for a minute. Okay, Paurush is presenting. Good, no problem. So this course has been initially offered as a QSTP from SET Celestia. We are bringing it now as a CTE course. So the instructors are me, Kaustav Murudkar, and Vivek Subramaniam. The Paurush Punyashil and Abdul will be acting as mentors, and they will be assisting you throughout the course. We have also noted some interesting textbooks which you can go through, and we will be using the Introduction to Special Theory of Relativity by Robert Resnick as the textbook in this course. Can you scroll down, Paurush? Yeah, cool. So in the demo lectures, we will be talking about various paradoxes which occur due to relativity in general, like the twins paradox, or what gravitational lensing is, or black holes. Once we begin the course, we will go through why the theory of relativity had to come to be, and what failures did other theories had, which caused uh, scientists to reconsider how they and time continued. Then we will go towards relativistic dynamics. We will talk about four vectors. We will denote various quantities in four vectors like force, momentum, etc. And we will also derive the famous equation and E is equal to mc square. Can you scroll down a bit? Yeah. So afterwards, we will go through how relativity occurs in electrodynamics, and how electric and magnetic fields change from different fields frames of reference due to relativity. And we will briefly touch on classical mechanics, which is Lagrangians and Hamiltonian mechanics. And we will talk a bit about general theory of relativity as well, such as the Einstein field equations, then the geodesic equations, and all that interesting stuff. We also intend to keep two short quizzes. One of them will be descriptive and will be numerical. And we were also considering bringing guests as lecturers for the course. So that's all from us. If you want to contact us, our numbers are given in the handout, and I anticipate you all at the course. Thank you.
Thank you. Next course is Introduction to Machine Learning and Deep Learning.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Can you see my screen?
No.
It should be coming up, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So hi everyone, this is Susmit Vani, and me and a team of four other people, so five of us, are going to be taking the course Introduction to Machine Learning and Deep Learning with CTE. So the first thing, why study ML or DL? So most of you guys come into colleges thinking we'll learn big technologies, but then you don't really know why. So basically, we'll start with what is machine learning. So machine learning is basically giving computer an algorithm to learn things on its own, provided we have enough amount of data. So that is basically what machine learning is. Give it data, the computer will churn data and give out results. It's basically a subset of artificial intelligence. So all the bigger technologies that we have in the world right now are built on machine learning and deep learning concepts. And as the second point says, it's no longer a niche subfield in computer science. Basically, machine learning is everywhere now. As you may have noticed, some of the previous courses also mentioned that they'll be using machine learning to do this or that. So basically, machine learning is a vast concept, and it spreads around the whole industry that is there in the current times. And I think that every one of you must know at least basics of machine learning, and that is what we're going to do in this course. So what will be covered? These are the literal basics of machine learning, algorithms plus maths. Basically, all the maths that goes on in the background, all the linear algebra that goes on, all the basics of all the basics of machine learning. That will be covered, and not only the basics, mind you. We will also be covering practical machine learning. Like once you get the data, how do you actually go on about the data? How do you actually get the results from the data? We'll also be covering that.
Apart from this, will also be giving you insights about what is deep learning, what is convolutional neural networks, what are recurrent neural networks, and if time permits, will also go on to reinforcement learning. Uh, so will the course be too challenging because machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, all those big words seem very challenging at the first? But I assure you, this course will definitely not be too challenging for you. It's going to be a beginner-friendly course. We'll design the course in such a way that it's going to be very fun to you, and we can move at your pace. We can move at the pace that you are comfortable with. This course will definitely be fun to work on because I'm sure most of you would have tried to explore the field, but then we'll try to present the course in a fun manner where you can learn and enjoy the course at the same time. Apart from that, we'll also be having some evaluations, which will primarily be there to test not how good you are, but how good you have understood the concept and are able to apply it or are able to explain it to other people. So that will be there, but don't worry too much about that. That is what exactly the next slide says. He is Andrew Ng, as most of you would know. And don't worry if you don't understand, we are always there. The mentors and the instructors will always be there to help you for whatever you don't understand. You can contact us anytime. And any prerequisites for the course, there are absolutely no prerequisites. We'll be covering the course from the basic, from scratch, hands down. We'll be teaching you all the things that are there. The handout is there on the CTE website. So if you want what all will be covered in what all weeks, you can go on the website and check it out. And I mean, if you're still not convinced, this is my last attempt to convince you. Basically, machine learning is the future. I cannot emphasize on the fact more, because machine learning is the future. Basically, all the technologies that are being built right now are being built on machine learning, deep learning, AI. All these technologies that I have listed, the products that I have listed, are only a few of the many products that are there in the market right now. You can check out these, and you can check out for yourself. And I assure you, I'll assure you, you'll not be surprised to see that there are a lot more products which are basically built on machine learning. So yeah, this is a list of instructors and mentors that are going to be taking the course, and don't be surprised to see that Google is one of the instructors and mentors. So basically, reading documentation, reading public forums like GitHub, maybe Stack Overflow, will help you a lot. It goes a long way. And I would highly recommend you reading the documentation and public forums while doing this course. That is a must. And yeah, so basically, this is the core idea of machine learning explained in a meme here. So yeah, there you go. And thank you so much for your time. I was told to keep it short, so I have kept it short. Hope you're not getting bored here, and hope to see you all in the lectures. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next course is Aircraft Design and Analysis.
My screen is visible, right?
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. It's fun to build an RC plane from a kit and fly it around for the first time. But if you're looking to get serious, designing your airplane from scratch and tweaking it to achieve a specific goal is what you need to know. It's exactly how we at Team Pegasus develop aircraft designs and prototypes that consistently place among in the top in aero competitions across the country. If you love aviation and are looking to know more about how aircraft function and the process of developing and testing them, this is the course perfect for you. Team Pegasus is a team part of the SA Aero Group in BITS Goa. We are highly motivated students who develop aircraft, specifically fixed wing, that solve specific challenges in different contexts across India. As a team, we have several achievements under our belt. We recently ranked third in a droneathon conducted by Dassault Systems India from over 440 teams, where we developed a vertical takeoff and landing solution. We also ranked second in flight score in the VIT Aerodominator Challenge from over 25 participating teams. Our most important competition, the SA Aero Design Challenge, our aircraft bagged the 6th place among 63 teams in the technical presentation. If you want to acquire the knowledge behind our success and have a shot at being part of a winning team, this course on aircraft design and analysis conducted by Team Pegasus members is the best way to spend your time learning. This course is based on two popular lecture series on NPTEL taught by the Aerospace Department of IIT Kanpur. So you can be assured that the knowledge you learn is on par with academia, but taught in a more relatable way. We'll be using the software XFLR5 to learn, design, and analyze a microclass aircraft. Our course will span a total of 6 weeks. In the first week, we'll familiarize you with the basics of flight and introduce you to some commonly used terms. Week 2 is where the real fun begins. We'll be learning how an aircraft generates lift and studying the types of airfoils and the circumstances in which you will reach each one of them. In the third week, we'll start using the XFLR5 software to import our airfoil and perform a batch analysis to produce several plots for us to analyze. Based on these plots, we'll narrow down our potential list of airfoils and choose the best one for the next step, wing design. In week 4, we'll cover the process of designing a wing in the XFLR5 software and analyzing its performance. Based on the results, we'll continue to tweak the wing design till we get the correct plots for our use case. After identifying a wing for our aircraft, we'll begin the stability analysis where factors like the plane center of gravity come into play. We'll be covering this part in week 5. In the final week, we'll add both stabilizers and perform a definite analysis of the entire aircraft structure. As you conclude the course, you will learn much more than the theory of flight. An application like XFLR5 will equip you to apply your knowledge in a practical sense, learning more from the classroom. And we are confident that you'll be able to design your own UAV. We'll also make sure to reward those who are determined and deeply interested in the form of certification and an opportunity to join us at Team Pegasus. So don't miss out on the opportunity. Look to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Next course is getting started with Google Go.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
And is the screen visible?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hello everyone, my name is Bhavya and I'll be taking the course Getting Started with Go. So, Go is a programming language which is very much recently developed by engineers at Google and it's heavily funded by Google as well. So, Go is a language which is fast gaining momentum. According to CEO and founder of Shopify, Go will be the server language for the future. So now the question arises, why do we learn Go when we have popular languages such as C, C++, Java and Python? So has a very good performance leverage over all these languages. According to some benchmarks, it's 40 times faster than Python, around 1.5 times faster than Java, and almost equivalent in speed with C, C++. Talking about memory, it has an inbuilt garbage collector which gives it an edge over C, C++ and puts it at par with Java and Python. So any Go code will execute as fast and will occupy as less memory as possible. Last but not the least, it very much supports concurrency. So you can very well write concurrent multi-threaded programs with Go using Go routines, and it's extremely easy to make multi-threaded applications using Go. And threading is something which will delve deeper into in this course. So just to cite some organizations that are using. So these are some organizations. It includes Google, Facebook, Walmart Labs, SAP Labs, Microsoft, and Intel. And many more organizations are switching to Go for their server-side language. So just to give you statistics, how lucrative it is to become a Go developer. So it's the third most wanted language by developers. And in terms of monetization, it's the second highest paid language globally. So, and ninth most loved language on the planet. So this is according to a Stack Overflow survey done in 2019, and you can see the link as well. So thank you. My name is Bhavya again. You can contact me, WhatsApp me, or mail me regarding any clarifications about this course. Thank you.
Thank you. Next course is Introduction to Causal Inference.
Hi, is the screen visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. I'm Sharad, and I'll be taking a course on causal inference with a few of my batchmates and friends. So we're essentially part of SAIDL, which is the Society for Artificial Intelligence and Deep Learning on campus, and we're basically a bunch of fourth-yearites who have spent their undergraduate years exploring machine learning, especially at top labs including Amazon, Microsoft, uh, and even at institutes such as Carnegie Mellon, etc. So just to give you a little bit of context about causal inference in the first place, it actually pops out of machine learning. So everyone knows that machine learning has been growing, and we're clearly seeing a lot of market investment in machine learning and artificial intelligence. And it's not stopping anytime soon. But since through our experience, we know that sometimes machine learning models, especially while creating relationships between real world variables, is not that straightforward. In particular, a lot of institutes are actually investing in causal inference technologies that actually aid machine learning tools. So causal inference and causality goes hand in hand with machine learning, whereas causal inference would play a big role and a huge role in identifying spurious correlations. For example, over here we can see that the number of people who are drowning by falling into a pool is somehow strongly correlated with the number of films that Nicolas Cage has appeared in. And this is obviously spurious, right? Because there's no connection between them. So why is it a problem with machine learning? Machine learning essentially is just trying to identifying patterns in the data and just output them. Something that we need on top of this is basically not only to work on these correlations, but also extract a bit of how each variable is affecting another variable in the overall sense. So essentially, if let's say you're maintaining like an online platform where you're keeping track of bookings, um, not only it's not only the fact that more advertisements will lead to more bookings, but there might be other relationships that are missing out always. For example, season, price, etc. Um, which need to be taken into account. So causal inference is one of the most up and coming data science tools, and it's important for every data scientist to know the concepts behind causality in general. So the expected outcomes that you can think that you'll understand the core concepts of causal inference after the course. You'll be able to derive and formulate problems in terms of causal relationships, especially in modeling real world applications. Also, definitely any algorithms, implement algorithms, analyzing results, and data driven causal inference. And of course, improve your machine learning models at the end. So the course is designed to be really, really implementation based, so that it's not only mathematical knowledge that you have by the end. So we're essentially going to have more than probably like one or two practical sessions every week or so. And a little bit about ourselves, I guess. We're mostly like researchers plus software developers, sort of masquerading in this particular area. And we've spent a lot of our time doing causal inference, and it's an amazing tool. So And yeah, so for more details, you can visit this website. It's bp-gc.in/causal. And to find out more about SAIDL, you can go to the website www.saidl.in. I'll just give a short 30 seconds or so, spend on 30 seconds or so on SAIDL. SAIDL is an independent society, definitely non-profit. I've been the ex-president for last year, basically, and essentially what we do is we're doing student-driven AI research in collaboration and sometimes with the professors on campus. And our common, the theme is to mentor junior people and have like a pipeline of people going from just second year bits to like some for an institute for internships, then some industrial lab or whatever your dream is. So yeah, if you're interested, then check out SAIDL and this website. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Next course is Introduction to Quantitative Finance.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah.
Right. So I'll begin with the presentation. So this course is being offered by Wall Street Club. I think everyone who's watching the YouTube stream would probably know what the club does already. So I'll move to the next slide. And the next slide has this question: what is quantitative finance? And in the background, you see the Stonks meme guy. Before I tell you what quantitative finance is, I'm going to tell you that I know something about everyone who's watching the stream right now, everyone who's left the stream because they were bored. I know that all of you are interested in making money. If I don't care if you're interested in any course or anything, for sure I can say is you all are interested in making money. And to know how money works, to know how finance works, I would suggest that you come to this course. And now I'll explain to you why quantitative finance is something that we're focusing on. For this, I'll take a page out of Indian cricket team coach Ravi Shastri, and I'll describe it as a combination of mathematics, statistics, finance, and computer science. Like you say, I think it's pretty visible from this chart. I could say that yes, it has some mathematics involved, it has some computer science involved, that it has some stats involved, and it has finance involved as well. So that's a lot of fields, right? But that is what you get from the CT, because there are so many fields here. You will not find resources everywhere on the internet. You will find resources for finance independently. You will study maths at college. You will probably study stats at college as well, and you'll obviously study computer science at college as well. What you'll not find on the internet is a combined resource of everything everywhere. So, which is why I would suggest you that this CTE will serve as a one-stop solution for all your queries regarding quantitative finance. And it's not just about studying the course. What we bring to the table is also some experience and some resources that we have used in the past. And we'll obviously be sharing those resources to you if you join the CTE. Next, I'll talk about the timeline roughly. If you want a in-depth detail of what we'll be covering, you'll need to visit the CT website for that. So week one, we'll start with a very simple elementary introduction, and most of it will be focused on the finance part of everything and the CS part, the computer science part of everything. And the course has been divided into three phases so that you can understand it in different phases as well. So from week 1 to week 4, we'll teach you something called as algorithmic trading, as you can read here. And what's unique about algorithmic trading is there are people who trade in the market and there are people who know algorithms. When you combine the two, voila, you get algorithmic trading. What we'll teach you in this week is how to make your own trading algorithms and how to run them on the live market. Hands-on experience on how this code runs on a live market. Between week 4 to week 7, we'll touch on this aspect, the M%, the mathematics part. And this is something that is, I would say, more available on the internet. There are numerous books regarding this, but all the books are 700 pages, 800 pages long. And again, you could obviously try and read all those books from start to finish, But like I said, what we bring to the table in the CT is we'll condense everything for you, and you'll get to know the mathematical finance part of everything. Then from week 7 to week 9, we have incorporated something called as financial data science. And this is something related a lot to what my friends explained earlier, who were taking up the course Intro to Machine Learning and Deep Learning and Causal interface. So which is why I've not given the full 3 weeks quota for this. So we'll just be touching upon this, and then this is something that we left to you guys to develop more upon. And then obviously we might take a follow-up course in the next semester, specifically on financial data science. Uh, yeah, the next thing everyone has on their minds is prerequisites. Since you see these many things, mathematics, finance, CS, stats, what should I know to join the course? And I'll say and answer it very honestly. You need nothing from before to know to register for the course. However, I think a lot of the juniors, a lot of the you freshers have contacted a lot of seniors that I want to do something. I'm getting bored, which is why I've written this as well. This is, you can consider this as a bit of a general advice. Even if you want to go into core, chemical, mechanical, anything, a bit of coding skills never ever hurt you. So if you want to start with something, start learning something, I would suggest you to learn some basic Python. And learning coding does not necessarily mean that you learn the language. It means that you learn some logic, and again, it will keep your mind sharp even if you don't want to get into coding. It's like solving a lot of problems from a chemistry book. So if you solve a lot of problems, you'll have a sharper mind. Next, the team. Aditya Aryan, that's me. That's my voice you're listening to right now. Naman will be taking the course with me, and obviously we have Rohan and Saransh as well. So all of us will be helping, will be coordinating and taking the course. Apart from this, we have the mentors, which is the whole quant wing of the Wall Street Club. And all of the people in the quant wing are extremely skilled. They've coded up a library by themselves, and that's a huge task actually. So we'll have numerous mentors, and since we have seen 90 plus registrations in every sem for this specific course, we have a lot of mentors as well, so that there is interaction. So suppose if all four of us are busy, you can interact with your mentors, and each of them who's very skilled at everything. And we are also, I think we know what we are doing, if I say so myself. And you can check out our LinkedIn's if you want anything, or message any of us right now, even if you want to know anything about our profiles or what we know or what we do. Next, I think I'll keep this short and crisp because, like I said, I'll bet on one thing: all of you will be interested in making money. Besides this, if you have any doubts regarding the course and any feedback, if you found my voice very charming or anything at all, just mail us here at wsc.bitsgo@gmail.com. I think that's about it. Thank you. I'll hand over the presentation to Anshuman now. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Next course is Introduction to Game Development and Extended Reality. Akash?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Can we have the presentation, Vahid? Okay, let's start off. So I'm Akash from Vikings, and we are organizing the course Intro to Game Dev and XR, our CTE workshop series. So we have a couple of questions to answer. Can we move on to the next slide? Okay, so why are we doing it as a workshop series? So we wanted it to be something different from your regular courses, and we want every class to be self-sufficient. We want to teach you something new every class, and we get to cover a vast variety of topics that cover the aspects of full stack game and AR development. And doing this as workshop series, we can keep the classes more spaced out and give you more time to apply what you learn. Can we move on to the next slide? The second question is, who are we? We are obviously not a department or club. So we started off as a group of hackathon AR game dev enthusiasts, and now we are a startup in game dev and XR. We have won more than half a dozen hackathons in the last 6 months, and now we are pushing our products to the market. You can check out our products and hackathon submissions, and we'll even be uploading the prerequisites to this course on our YouTube channel. That's bpgc/in bpgc.in/vikings_YouTube.
Move on to the next slide. Okay, so which softwares are we focusing on? So we have Unity 3D, that is your game engine. It's free to use primarily. You'll be needing to pay them 5% after you earn like $100,000. So that's a huge amount. And for your basic purposes, it's free. It's easy to use, and you'll be able to easily create AR applications through this. The same benefit is the cross-platform building that builds that you can export directly through Unity 3D. So you won't be anchored to a single platform. It won't you won't just be exporting to Android or iOS or say web. You can export to PlayStation, Xbox, and other consoles as well. That's the freedom Unity 3D gives you. Next is Blender. Blender is open source 3D modeling and animation tool. So using Blender, you can create your own artwork. You can create your own 3D models that you can use in your games and applications. And finally, we have Sparkia that is used to create Instagram filters. Move on to the next. So what are the course objectives? So basically, we're planning to teach you what is the process behind creating a game from the very basic. So as you guys probably have played games, we don't need to sell you on why you should do game development. If you've played GTA, if you played NFS, you're probably already wondering how do you create that game, or how do you enhance something on it. Maybe you're interested in modding games. Maybe you're interested in something related to games. Maybe you're interested in the game art. Maybe you're really interested in the music, the artwork, the mechanics, anything at all. That is what game dev gives you. It gives you a lot of flexibility, and it allows you to choose whatever you want to do. It's truly an outlet for artistic expression, and we want to uh, be able to convey that to you. So in this course, in this workshop series, we are aiming to cover the basics of creative development, including basics of game dev and AR using Unity 3D, basics of 3D modeling using Blender, and finally augmented reality filters using Sparkia. So you guys have probably already seen many Instagram filters, right? So there was this Flappy Bird filter, then there have been many recent filters on Instagram. So you'll be able to make those yourself. Students will learn the process of developing games and AR applications and what are the different components involved in developing a game. So we'll talk more about it in the course contents. Move on to the next slide. So we have course contents. So you see, there are like many components when you're developing a game. It's not just the game mechanics or just game art. It takes a lot to create a game. And so we are starting off with the first class as Intro to Unity and C Sharp, how you code a game, the basics of C Sharp, how you program in C Sharp, and what the Unity interface, how do you use it. Then we have second class on game mechanics. We teach you how to use different game components, how to apply physics or your basic logic to games. Then we have UI, UX, and then we have Intro to Blender. So Blender, as we have already told you, is 3D modeling software. So we'll give you a brief introduction to how to use the software, and then we'll have a class on hands-on modeling. So you'll be able to model something particular yourself that you can then use in your game. Then we have introduction to augmented reality that we'll be using doing through Unity 3D. You'll be able to take all the game concepts that you've learned until now and bring it to the real world. So say you have you have Snake, the classical Snake game, and you want to make it in 3D, and then you want to play it in real world. That you can do with augmented reality. Then obviously you need to polish your games. That is where cutscenes and music comes in. Then we have multiplayer, obviously. Multiplayer games like we have a lot of multiplayer games. We had PUBG, that's mass multiplayer. Then we have many multiplayer games that you can enjoy with your friends. We'll be teaching you how to create your own multiplayer right here. Then we finally have augmented reality filters. In this class, we'll be teaching you how to create your own Instagram filters and how to export it to Instagram. Move on to the next slide. So finally, who should join this workshop series? The thing is, if you're interested in expressing yourself in any way, if you have an artistic mind, if you're a programmer, if you are a music artist, if you're anyone with any creative knack, you can join this workshop series. This is going to help you express yourself in any way you want. You'll be able to tell your own stories. You'll be able to show your own game. You'll be able to create something tangible out of this. And you can do it after every single class. So that's something special about this workshop series. And it's absolutely free. So there's like no loss for you joining this. So that would be fun. We promise it's going to be fun. We'll be creating a community out of this, and you can interact with others through this workshop series. You can create something tangible, and it's going to be really fun. So thank you guys. Passing it on to okay, we have one more slide. Yeah. So finally, you can contact us on our Instagram handle. That's tech_Vikings. On Twitter, that is Vikings_tech. And finally, on our email, that is teamvikingstech@gmail.com. So if you have any queries, you can contact us here. Finally, passing it on to Anshuman. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Next course is Introduction to C++ and Competitive Coding.
So I hope I'm audible and the slide is visible.
Yes.
Yeah. So this course is Introduction to C++ and Competitive Programming. So what we usually do in competitive programming, what is competitive programming, we will get to know more about it in the demo classes. Here I will be explaining why we need to do competitive programming. So basically, the main focus will be to improve problem solving skills. Like in your 12th class or 12th class, you must be having courses like physics and mathematics, and you must be solving problems which are not direct. In similar way, in computer science, there is a course called data structures and algorithms and number theory and combinatorics, on which problems are made, and to improve your problem solving skills in those related area is a major focus of this course. This course, competitive programming is like mind sport. For example, you would have played video game or like chess game online. You never get bored while playing those games. This is because you always want to improve. There is always a reward in the form of rating in case of chess game, or in the case of video game, the reward is in the form of moving to the next level. So same in the case of competitive programming. In the competitive programming, the reward is in the form of rating, getting good rank in the competitions. So yeah, this is a rating graph of one of the best competitive programmers in the world. You can see that this gray color represents the lowest most rank, and this red is one of the highest ranks on code forces. And you can see that from lowest rank he rose to the highest rank. And this implies that it is only through the practice. You don't require any talent. It's like a puzzle solving. It's like solving problems, but you don't require any talent. It's only about practice. The more you will practice, the more observations you will be able to make. So it is also used in coding rounds, interviews, and competitions. So basically, data structures algorithms is is important more than 50%. If you take the weightage, then it is important more than 50% out of all the courses in case you are going for IT placement. In case of like internship, around 200 people sit for a company, and only 20 people, around 15 to 20 people, are passed to the next round. So most of the people get filtered through coding round. And one of the benefits of doing competitive programming is that if you are doing it in a consistent manner, then you will be able to crack most of the coding rounds. And even after clearing the coding round or getting off campus interviews, you will be asked questions related to data structures and algorithms, about puzzles, about even about related to mathematics. And competitive programming will surely help you in those fields. So now about competitions, there are very prestigious competitions like ICPC, Google Code Jam, Kickstart, and Facebook Hacker Cup, in which you can participate. If you are doing consistent competitive programming, then you can get a good rank in these competitions. And getting good rank in these competitions will also help you mentioning the ranks in the resume. Getting good rank in these competitions as worth as doing like 1 to 2 projects. It is also easy to evaluate yourself. There are a lot of websites which hold a lot of competitive programming competitions like Code Forces, AdCoder. Nowadays, because getting it is required in the initial round of getting into most of the companies, and a lot of people have started to participate in these contests. So around 10 to 20 contests per month are held, and around 2 to 3 contests per week. So it is very easy to evaluate yourself if you are doing competitive programming, and it will be fun. Now, why we are using C++ as the major programming language of this course? This is because different languages has different users. In case of competitions, there is certain time limit under which your program should execute. And in case of Python or Java, they are not as fast as compared to C++. And that's why more than 90% people use C++ as their major programming language. So there's a large community which can help you if you're using C++ as major competitive programming language. But if you are using Python, if you are used to have Python or Java, then also there is no issue. It is very easy to switch to C++. Most of the paradigm are similar. Yeah, so this last slide. So basically, it is not bad idea to learn a lot of fancy stuffs, but it is always good to learn the basic stuff first. So it is not bad to do AI, go into AI and other stuffs like that, but you have to also learn the basics like data structures and algorithms. And many people say that competitive programming don't have real life users. But in fact, I think it does has real life users. If you see, there are a lot of graph related algorithms that are used by Facebook and Google. Obviously, they are not as basic as they are taught in the competitive programming, but you need to know the basic to move to the higher level. So moving to the handout, we will be explaining each and every topic during the demo classes. I don't want to intimidate you people by telling what these topics mean. So these are the team of the instructors, myself and other three people, Tarush Agrawal, Ruturaj Godse, and Tanmay Sethia. You can contact Tanmay Sethia in case you want our numbers. You can talk us in person, you can WhatsApp us, and that's all. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Ramanji. So that concludes all of the courses and workshops that we are offering this semester. Now the demo classes start from 18th of January and yeah, would continue till 24th. From 25th, the regular classes would start, and you would have to be registered in order to yeah, attend the classes. Also, few more things. The top performers from each course would be awarded a certificate of merit, and their fees would be reimbursed. And the students who would have completed the course will be getting a certificate of completion. Also, we recommend you not to take more than 3 courses, as it can become difficult to manage and might clash with your academics. Uh, yeah. Now, Pranav would present the tentative timetable, which will be followed from 18th to 25th of January. You find all these links and all the rules and regulations on our Discord as well.
So hello everyone. This would be the tentative timetable, and although it might be a little difficult to read right now, we'll put up the link to this on our Discord, as well as it properly. Also, please note if you feel there are clashes in the courses which you want to take, we'll float a form soon which will have your issues related to clashes, and we'll try to make a final timetable which is free from clashes, suit you comfortably. So on Monday from 6 to 7 we would have intro to C++ and computative coding, introduction to robotics and quantitative finance. Then we'll have introduction to Android development, introduction to aviation and aerodynamics, and web development and causal inference from 8 to 9. Then on Tuesday, we would have intro to MLDL in this slot, quantum information and security. These would run parallelly, and these other slots would have these courses. But please note that these courses follow the pattern of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the courses which start on Tuesday follow the pattern of Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Then there are some courses which are only held on Saturday and Sunday, which is introduction to game dev and XR. This will be from 2 to 3 p.m. on Saturday. Then training in consultancy and leadership would be from 4 to 5:30 p.m. on Saturdays. And getting started with Google Go would be from 4:30 to 6 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. case of any queries, please feel free to ask on the Discord server or message any of the CTE members, either on WhatsApp or on the Discord server. Yes, thank you. Now I hand it over back to Anshuman.
Yeah, so that was a tentative timetable, and if you have any queries or any doubts regarding the courses or anything course specific from the instructors, you can just put all the queries on Discord, and yeah, all the handouts are available, so you can contact the instructors as well. Their information is in the handout. So yeah, that's it from my side now. Yeah, Abdullah.
Okay, guys. So I'd like to conclude this orientation now with that. And so yeah, all I wanted to say was these are all our courses which were just introduced to you, and the registrations are open. You can register. You can go right now to our site bbgcct.org and register. Follow us on our socials for all updates about any of our initiatives, all that were listed here, and any other updates about the courses. The Discord server is active right now. We are answering queries. The instructors are also going to answer your queries. So get on the Discord server and ask your queries. Any course specific queries will also be solved by the respective instructors if possible. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks a lot.
On the Discord server for some time after the orientation ends. We'll be
Also,
available on voice channels and queries as well. So if you have any queries, feel free to ask. Thank you.
yeah. So also there is the Dopey event which is going on. We will share the link on our Discord server, and you can head on to the Dopey event, which started on 6:30. Okay. Thank you, everyone.